When I was in high school, I once had to sub for our 4x100 relay team for track. We had the fastest team in the state that year. They ended up winning state. 4 guys were lightning fast, and I was not. There was a big drop off between the 4th guy and me, the sub. And I think I was probably like the 2nd or the 3rd sub. But there was a track meet where one of the main guys was gone, and apparently the backup and the backup of the backup and the backup of the backup of the backup was gone. And so it fell on me to jump in and do the 4x100 relay. And if you know anything about the 4x100 relay, it's the race where there's the track that you go around one time. The 4 of you collectively do that. One person starts, you run 100 meters, and you have a baton in your hand, and you hand the baton off to the next guy, and then they take it and they run 100, and then they hand it off to the next guy, the 3rd guy, and then the 3rd guy, when he gets done with his 100, he hands it off to the 4th guy, and the team that finishes that lap fastest is the winning you win. And so I got to do that, and it was a lot of fun. And what made me think about that was one verse in Psalm 31 where David says, "My times are in your hands," talking about God. I want you to picture everything going on in your life that you're worried about right now. Or I want you to picture your to-do list, especially if it's overwhelming. I want you to picture all of it, like everything on it. I mean, some of you are really busy, and every day is overwhelming. But picture everything that's on it, pack it all mentally into one baton, and then picture yourself handing it off to the person in front of you who's running. And picture that person is Jesus. Say, "Here, Jesus, take it and run with it." You know what happens in the 4x100 relay when the runner gets the baton and takes off with it? The person who handed it off to that person stops running. They relax. They stop working so hard. That, in a sense, is what the Bible invites us to do with all of our anxieties, with all of our worries, with all of our to-dos, with everything. It's to place it into the hands of Jesus. And that's not to say that we now don't do anything in life and we never try and we don't organize our calendars or put together to-do lists or shopping lists or anything like that. That's all part of it. But what we're saying when we do that, when we place it all into the hands of Jesus, is that we're placing the outcome into his hands, and that's a much better place to be. Somebody once said it to me this way. They said, you know, God can accomplish more for your life in 1 second than you could accomplish in 10,000 years. And that's true. Think of everything God accomplished at the very beginning of creation, where he spoke and there was a universe. Let there be light. And there was light. Let there be trees. There were trees, and they were mature, and they were ready to throw seeds so there could be more trees. And he made animals, and he made people. As complex as all those things are, I mean, man, the human race has been trying to accomplish the same things for a very, very long time. And we haven't gotten anywhere close to being able to do what God was able to do by just speaking a word. God is able to do so much more in 1 second than any of us could accomplish in so many years, than any of us could accomplish in eternity forever. It makes me think of Jesus, though, on the cross. Jesus who could do anything. Proved again and again. He could do anything in just an instant. And yet he took everything that he was and everything that he had done, and he said, "Father, here you go. Into your hands I commit my spirit." And if Jesus felt it was a safe place to commit everything into the care of our Father, our God, was the best place for Jesus to go, you also can hand the baton off to him. And we don't know exactly what's going to happen or what he's going to accomplish with it, but we do know one thing. It's why Jesus was there on the cross in the first place. He's going to love you. He is going to treat you as if you are the most favorite child of God that exists. And he will not fail you. Because he knows what's at stake. It's nothing less than your life. It's your life and every part of it. It's the people you love. He loves them too. He will not fail to care for you well when you hand everything off to him. Maybe before you shut your eyes tonight, make a mental list, or maybe even write it down. All the different things that you would love to be able to hand off to somebody who can do anything, who's already promised to love you with everything he's got. And then hand it off. And rest well tonight, my friends.